And just like that, it's 2 minutes to me, but it's probably 3-4 days for you. Depends how I release these videos. So let's talk about the Jeep. So we moved the 50 or 51, I can't remember, it's my brother's. So I got a really cool old wind visor, whatever they call them, windshield, wind visor, sun visor, there we go. We're gonna modify that for his Jeep. Got some parts, a little radiator out of a Mustang, the 289. We got some body parts under here. We got odds and ends things, bumpers. Got a kind of a cool thing here I make into his emergency brakes for his handle for his emergency brake. We aren't sure. We're thinking about it. So here's the deal. The Jeep sat too high on the S10 frame, and I hated it. And I called my brother and I said, this is not working for me. We got to do something. I don't even want to work on it. I don't even like the looks of it. So I cut all the factory mounts off the Jeep. I lowered it 5.5 inches off the factory mounts right down on the frame. There's about 1.5 inch spacer with a rubber bushing, and they're on the back already. The front are made. I got to put them on, and the very front haven't fabbed yet, which led me into another problem. So the other problem was, well, you can see we had to drop the bed 5.5 or 6 inches. And so we're going to probably go 30 inches on the front right here. And I think we're going to go about 34 to 35 inches on the rear. I've got some wood in there right now, kind of holding it so we can take a look at it. It kind of gives it a nice rake. And so we had to cut the floor out. I'm going to be using some, I got more of this, but this is what it is. 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches, L channel. So we'll be framing the box out on that, and then I'll be putting the cross pieces in. He's got some cool sign we're going to morph into the back here. We are going to try to use an S10 gas tank if it fits. I got to get some measurements. I want to see if it's going to clear under the box. We're going to have to make a drive shaft. I got to do the wiring. I still have to put the pedals in it. I have the steering in, so the steering's working. You can roll it around. It's a roller now. It rolls on its own. Well, not really, but you know, you got to push it and pull it and swear at it, but it rolls. And so we're getting to that point. So once I square the box, I'll make a set of mounts for the back and a set of mounts for the front. We're only having 4 mounts on the box. It's never going to carry anything. And we also wanted the ability to take the 4 bolts out and lift the box off to do any kind of work we have to do. Same with the cab. The cab will have 6 bolts holding the cab to the frame, and they will be welded. The bolts will be welded on, so you just use the nuts on them, take the nuts off. You could actually just bring it around, put it on the hoist, and pick the whole front off. Take the 6 bolts out and do that. So that's where we are. I'm sorry I'm wandering around. You probably didn't even see what I'm doing. I was looking at the floor. Now we're looking at the flowers. Now we're looking at parts. Probably going to use some copper pipe here for the exhaust where it comes through. I haven't decided yet. We're looking at it. Whatever makes me happy will make my brother happy at this point. We're going to make some mounts for the front. We'll probably use some flat stock. Flat stock. Where is the flat stock? Good. No. Well, I'll square these up, flat stock it. I'll drill them before I weld them on. I will put zerts in them, or I'll weld shouldered nuts on the back, and then we can just do the same thing. Put another plate. We'll mount the 2 plates right on here. We'll cut this somewhere and put a nice flat plate, and then we'll have 4 bolts on both sides holding the front bumper on. We'll do the same with the rear. I know I'm rushing. It's getting cold. I'm still without a shirt or a sweatshirt on. It's 35 degrees and I'm freezing. So yeah, so she's going to sit in the wash bay, and I'm going to try to get as much done in the next 3-4 months of winter. So when it can go back on the hoist, I can finish it up by getting the drive shaft made, getting the pedals. Maybe I can get the pedals hung over here. I will get the body mounted. I will get the bed done. I will try to get the wiring done. So basically I'll go back on the hoist for re-welding checking all my welds and going through and making sure every weld is complete. And then hopefully get some exhaust on it. and then we'll take it out, send it out, and have glass put in it. So hopefully sometime by early summer, he can be cruising this and it can be out of my hair. And then we can go to the 52 step side and the 5-speed swap and the rack and pinion front, so I can use that as a cruiser instead of chasing the steering wheel from one side of the road to the other. That's a whole other story, and we are now out of time. So, yeah, we stuck that light on there just because we're a bunch of jerks. But it kind of fit. It was an old fire truck. Man, a caution light. Caution, we're working on it. That's what it should say. Thanks for all the new subscribers. Thanks for all the great comments. Swing around, we'll have some plow videos. I will promise to try to get some. I am busy, very busy snow plowing. And I get, there's some of my most popular videos is when we're using the tractors, pushing snow, loading snow, sanding, me running my mouth where we're plowing, people complaining about the heater and the windshield wipers, but it's all in fun. We all have fun. So stick around, stay tuned. Things are changing. The weather's changing. This channel changes in the winter a little bit. Maybe not so much this year. Okay, see you soon.